You may have heard about wearable technology, but you probably don't know all that much about it. It, of course, started out with a lot of fitness devices and trackers. In the years since, things have changed, they have developed, they have gotten more sophisticated as new products have hit the market. But just what is out there that you need, and how can you make sense of it? Our tech guy, Rich Brooks from Flight New Media, is here with us on 207 to offer some answers. As we said, things kind of started out with the fitness trackers and so forth. There's a lot more than that, though, out there now, right?
Yeah, so you're right. Smartwatches, fitness trackers, those are the big sellers. But we're also starting to see emerging categories like smart rings, smart glasses, and even smart clothing.
So let's talk about the smart rings. What's your take on those?
So the smart rings are pretty awesome. They can do just about anything. They can monitor your heart rate. They can check out your blood oxygen levels. They have sleep analysis. They can even measure your stress levels. One of the more popular models, the Oura Ring, has detailed sleep analysis and can even predict when you're going to be sick just by changes in your body temperature.
Wow.
And the other nice things about rings are you're not staring at a screen all day long. It doesn't interfere with any activity you're going to do. And the battery life is great. Like, you can go up to a week between charges.
Smart glasses are another thing. Now, most of us remember Google Glass, which came out a few years ago and was a real bust. Is what is out there on the market now significantly better?
Yeah, those were both futuristic and nerdy, not very attractive. The new glasses look like glasses. You've got the Ray-Bans from Meta, you've got spectacles from Snap. These look like fashionable everyday glasses, but what they have is a digital readout. So while you're wearing your glasses, you can see things like you can get your messages, or you can get navigation, or if you're looking at a sign in another language, it will translate it for you on the fly. Now, if it would only have facial recognition, so it would remind me of the name of the person who I've met 17 times before, I would buy it in a heartbeat, but because of privacy issues, that probably won't be happening anytime soon.
We've all got a pretty good grasp of watches and a decent grasp maybe of glasses. Smart clothing, though, is kind of a different realm. What do you make of smart clothing these days?
Yeah, this is pretty brand new, and we are seeing some interesting ideas like shirts that have sensors in them so they can monitor your heart rate or breathing, socks that actually provide feedback on your running form, like some interesting ideas. But the companies that are putting the sensors have to be durable, they have to be washable, and they have to be affordable. So right now I think it's mostly in the realm of elite athletes who might be wearing smart compression garments that will monitor things like muscle fatigue, so you can optimize the trainings. But I think over the next years or even months, we're going to see them roll out more affordably for weekend warriors or even everyday people like you and I.
Some of them are aimed at health monitoring, which raises a question. How accurate do these devices tend to be in that area?
Surprisingly accurate, getting better all the time. So the Apple Watch, for example, has FDA clearance for its ECG monitoring, and a lot of these fitness trackers have like medical grade health sensors built into them. But that being said, they're wellness devices, not medical devices. Great for spotting trends, great for inspiring you to run that last mile. But if you've got a serious health concern, don't look at your watch, go see a healthcare professional.
A lot of options out there, but as is so often the case with technology, the question is, what should the newcomer, the novice do? What suggestions would you have?
I think the first question you want to answer is, what am I using this device for? What do I want to track? If all you want is basic health or fitness information, then get a basic fitness tracker starting around $50. If you want messaging and apps included, then you're going to get a watch. You're looking at $200 and up. A smart ring is going to be $300 and up for a reliable one. Glasses, you're looking at $250 and up. So those are the kind of things that you want to keep in mind. Don't buy a really cool toy if all you really want to do is just measure how many steps you took.
Well, cost and just practicalness are a couple of obvious things that you should take into consideration. Are there other concerns, though, that people might want to think about before they buy?
Yeah, there's three things that I would keep in mind. One is battery life, another one is data privacy, and the third one is hidden costs. So battery life is just going to vary based on the category, based on the device. Health information, you need to understand what personal health information you're sharing with what companies that might be running this. And then the hidden costs are, a lot of these products require a monthly connectivity charge. So you're paying more than what you might just see on the price tag.
Technology, of course, changes rapidly, and you never want to buy something and then find out a great new product is going to come out 3 months later. As you look into the future, at least into the near future, what do you see? What's the next thing in wearables?
Well, I'm not sure if this is the next thing, but when I was doing my research, I stumbled upon this product called the Hypershell X, which bills itself as the world's first outdoor exoskeleton. Now, it's not quite Tony Stark's Iron Man armor, but it is pretty interesting. They have videos that show people being able to go over really difficult terrain wearing this bodysuit, being able to go further than they ever have before. I don't think you're getting it through TSA, if you ask me personally. And I'd be afraid of the battery dying in a really dire place. So I think I'm just going to do my hiking with the legs that nature gave me.
But you gotta confess, you're tempted, you're intrigued.
When it can fly and recognize faces, yes.
All right. Our Tony Stark wannabe, Rich Brooks of Flight New Media. Thanks, Rich. Great tips as always. Stay with us, back with more of 207 right after this.